Have you made any progress? Will Anya assist us?
No, that blasted Inquisitor got to her. We'll need to find someone else.
See that you do so immediately. This is the one task which you were assigned. If you cannot complete it, you will be removed. Are we clear?
I will. I want to see Syl dead just as much as you do. She cannot be allowed to survive after what she's done. It's despicable.
Good. I shall expect a progress report soon. And keep your head down. The Inquisitor must not become involved.
Ah, you again. Have you seen any of Mazada's things? A shiny spoon? Or a broken bottle? I can't find them. For me? I've told you, I don't know anything. You can't prove a thing. What? It's for the good of Crucible. You must see that. Please, spare me. I'll do anything. I don't know besides Nelrine. She's taking orders from someone, but won't tell me who. If I find out, will you promise to spare me? Oh, thank you, thank you. You are too kind. I shall bring you names, I promise. Meet me in my house tomorrow at midnight. I'll have the information for you. Keep an eye out for my things, won't you?
What do you want? I hope for your sake you are not accusing me of anything. Did you? And you have proof of this? No, you don't, do you? Well, then you'll get nothing out of me. Oh, thank you. Walk with our Lord. What do... Your efforts are futile. You will get nothing from me. You... No... Your efforts are... Walk with our Lord. What? You... Your effort... You... Very well. I am a part of the group that wishes to see Syl drowned in a pool of her own blood, but I am not in charge. You want the leader. You want Murine. But no amount of torture will get a confession from her. You'll need more than just my confession. You'll need evidence, and I have none. Walk with our Lord.
I'll do anything to suck down some sweet skooma. Anything. You got some? Tell me more. Bye.
Hello there. I just finished a lovely conversation with Uncle Leo. It seems he's not feeling... I see you've done quite a bit of work to track me down. Yes, I orchestrated it. Syl deserves to die a painful death for turning on all of us and consorting with our enemies. Go ahead, do what you will. Nothing matters now. Haven't you got what you need? Shouldn't you be running off to tattle like a good little servant? Well, isn't that sweet of you? Bye.
Yes? That will... Don't bother using... Please, this...
You thought you could escape Lord Sheogorath's justice? Your stolen goods are now forfeit, and you can either pay reparations or face the dungeons. Come with me. You'll be searched for stolen property, then released. Walk with our Lord.
What news do you have to report, Inquisitor? Have you found who is responsible? Is that so? I shall have her brought to the torture chamber at once. Meet me there shortly.
Yes? Certainly. Please, visit again.
You've chosen a side, little one. You'll get what's coming to you eventually.
Brandy and Cumberry.
You've confessed to attempting to kill me, I understand. The penalty for this treachery is death, and is to be carried out immediately. You see now what happens when those who oppose me fail, which they always do. I'm pleased with your work, Inquisitor. As a token of my appreciation, I shall spare your life and make you a courtier of dementia. In addition, accept this bow. May your enemies fear you and never know from where or with what enchantment you shall strike. Tell me more. Goodbye.
Ah, look who's here. Well, well, you've experienced both shades of madness. Wonderful. You seem fulfilled. Full of fill. Bursting at the seams. Seamless. Now, to the meat of your endeavor. The crux of the situation. The reason for your being here. And the likely cause of your death. You'll be stopping the Grey March, altering the course of events, breaking the cycle! A fly in the ointment, a new cause for a different effect. We're going to change things. No! Things will be different this time around. You'll be my champion. You'll grow powerful. You'll grow to be me. Prince of Madness, a new Sheogorath. Or you'll die trying. I love that about you. A fair question. You won't really. At least I don't think so. But you'll have power. My power. Try not to lose it. It's a pain to replace. But for all intents and purposes, you'll be me. A me to fight the him, since I won't be around. It's simple, really, if you don't think about it. Because you seem a nice enough sort, and you've made it this far. And if you don't, I'll swallow your soul and vomit it into the ever-filling chamber pot of the ageless. But mostly because I asked nicely. Well, not here. Didn't I say that? I'm never here when Jiggalag walks. It's one of the rules. I've told you too much for now. Listen to me. Prattle on. I can see your mortal brain straining. We'll talk more later. Now, you've seen the great torch that burns brightly over New Sheoth. No, because it doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. You'll fix that. You'll go to Cylarn and bring back the flame of Agnon to relight the torch. Oh, and take care with my minions at Cylarn. In their eternal quest to please me, they're constantly fighting over Cylarn. It can be tiresome, but really, it's divine. Divinely tiresome. Well, that's your problem now. Off with you. I don't want to see you again until the great torch is lit. I wouldn't want to have to hurt you much. Oh, don't forget to make use of dear Haskell. Between you and me, if he's not summoned 3 or 4 times a day, I don't think he feels appreciated. That's where you're going to get the flame of Agnon. Do you listen to anything I say? Do your ears work? If not, I can find use for them. Go and fetch the flame. Bring it to the Cecellum. Light the great torch. How are you going to be me if you can't even do what me tells you? It's what's used to light the great torch. Haven't we covered this? You'll find it in Cylarn, guarded by my saints and seducers. The great torch shines brightly above New Sheoth, a beacon of hope for all the citizens. Except it doesn't! It's gone out! Happens every time the Grey March begins, which it has. Makes all of my subjects uneasy, tense, homicidal, some of them at least. We need to get that torch relit before the place falls apart. Aren't you the curious one? You know what they say about curiosity, though, don't you? It killed the intrepid adventurer who really should just be doing exactly what I say at all times! You're going to stop the Grey March by becoming me. Or a version of me. You'll be powerful. Powerful enough to stop Jigalag. He's on his way. So I'm on my way out. It's terribly inconvenient, don't you think? You're going to stop him, though. And the first thing to do is to make my people feel safe. Otherwise, they tend to go work for him. It's annoying, to tell the truth. A bit hurtful. But they do it every time. Join up with the enemy and become priests of order. They're getting more active every day. Not a good sign. You know what would be a good sign? Free sweet rolls! Ho, ho, ho! Who wouldn't like that? Shut them down where you can, and make sure to kill the priest you see around them. If you don't, they can reactivate the obelisk. They're the worst of all. My own subjects, working for the enemy. It's enough to make an old Daedric prince get all weepy. It doesn't help that they're the ones who make the obelisks work. A little chanting, a little ritual, and poof, Knights of Order. Bad news. Kill them when you see them, but don't touch the corpse until they're really dead, which they aren't until you deactivate the obelisk. Ta! Come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
Always a pleasure. Yes, is there something you require? The flame of Agnon can only be lit by the immortal servants of Sheogorath, the golden saints and dark seducers of his creation. In normal times, Sheogorath would simply command it, and his servants would leap to sacrifice themselves upon the altars of rapture and despair. But alas, the times are not normal, and Sheogorath has given you this task without the authority to command it. I'm afraid you may have to be a little bit clever. Ah, the Great Torch. It is a symbol of Sheogorath's power and a source of great comfort for the citizens of New Sheoth. Unfortunately, the torch has gone out. For eternity, this has heralded the start of the Grey March. Lord Sheogorath, in his wisdom, wishes for you to relight the torch to help ease the worries of the populace. It is underway, but my lord does not wish for you to confront it directly yet. First, the realm and its citizens must be attended to. Yes, he will soon march across the land, destroying all that stands in his path. It's a frightening prospect. Many of our citizens are delicate. They can't cope with the prospect, and they defect to the forces of Jigalag, becoming priests of order. I fear they grow in power as the Grey March progresses. More and more Knights of Order make their way into the Isles. The priests of order are the key. They summon the knights at the obelisks. A bad lot. Traitors. You'll find them near the obelisks that dot the land. They perform rituals at the obelisks to summon knights to the realm. Their link to Jigalag gives them power. As long as their obelisk is active, they cannot truly be killed. I live to serve.
Halt! Mortals are not permitted within the walls of Holy Sylarn. My pardon, Lord. Receive this key, and with it free passage throughout the shrine of the Flame of Agnan. Alas, we cannot light the flame until we take control of the Altar of Despair from the infernal Maskin. The Armazel Kana would wish to speak to you at once. Proceed through this door to our main encampment at the Altar of Rapture.
My scouts report.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Armazel, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Maskin will not withstand us.
Hail.
This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Maskin. You'd best stand aside. My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Maskin scum from Sylarn. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us. Only the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Maskin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the altar of despair from the Maskin, I will be honored to kindle the flame of Agnan for my lord Sheogorath. The treacherous ones, the dark seducers of ill repute, whose every action drags Sheogorath's holy name through the mud. The flame is fed from the altar of rapture and the altar of despair. Only servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars. Once we capture the altar of despair from the Maskin, it will be my great honor to light the flame for Lord Sheogorath. The only way to assault the altar of despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Maskin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the altar of despair and drive the Maskin out of Sylarn once and for all? That's an excellent idea. They cannot refuse entry to an emissary of Lord Sheogorath. Return at once when you have their deployments. This could make all the difference. For Sheogorath's glory.
Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive the Maskin out of Sylarn? My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the Altar of Despair. The Armazel Kana wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Maskin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Kana would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat. She thinks the Underdeep is a trap. It's true. If the Maskin knew we were coming that way, we wouldn't stand a chance. But I'm convinced the Maskin don't expect us to come that way. If we attacked in full force, we could take the Altar of Despair before they had a chance to react. If only I could make Kana see that. She commands the Oriels here at Sylarn. She has just arrived with reinforcements from Brelok to end this stalemate once and for all. The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of rapture and despair within the shrine itself. I'm sure that Armazel Kana will be glad to help you once the Maskin are driven from the altar of despair. our home and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles. That's what we call ourselves, the most loyal and honorable servants of Sheogorath. It is just there, at the top of these steps. You would pray for the blinding ecstasy, which is the ultimate reward for those in Sheogorath's service? Alas, we have not seen the Altar of Despair for many years. It is in the underground part of Cylon, which is controlled by the Mazkin. The Mazkin do not even allow us free passage to worship there, which is one of the many reasons why they are unfit to continue to guard it. For Sheogorath's glory.
What is it, emissary? You know us as Dark Seducers, a name given us by our enemies. But we are the Mazkin in our own tongue, Sheogorath's only truly loyal servants. The holy flame can only be lit from the altars of despair and rapture. Alas, the Aureals hold rapture for now. You should speak to the Grakedric Ulfri at once. She will be glad of your help to rid Cylon of the arrogant Aureals once and for all. She is the Grakedric, commander of the Mazkin here at Cylon. She has never yet been defeated by the Aureals, despite their strength. Our rivals, the so-called Golden Saints. One day, Sheogorath will finally recognize their bull-headed stupidity and expel them from the realm. The counterpart to the Altar of Despair, Rapture is currently held by the Aureals in their complacency, but that will soon change. For Sheogorath's glory.
The Mazkin are unworthy to guard the Altar of Despair.
Hail! How may I serve? What is it? We hold the Altar of Despair, here within the Shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Continue down the corridor if you wish to meditate there upon the fate of all things mortal. For Sheogorath's glory. A mortal wandering the halls of Holy Cylon, and a male no less. Explain yourself. Then I am at your service. The Grakedric Ulfri commands here. You will wish to speak to her at once, no doubt. For Sheogorath's glory. Begone, mortal, or you will soon find yourself between the Mazkin and their prey. A most dangerous place to be. We are preparing to wipe out the arrogant Ariels once and for all. Once they break themselves on our defenses, Xylarn will be ours, a gift for our Lord Sheogorath. Then you have arrived just in time to help us defend the Altar of Despair. Once the strength of the Ariels is shattered, I will be honored to light the flame as my Lord Sheogorath commands. The two altars, Blessed Despair and Holy Rapture, feed the great flame of Agnon above us. Only Sheogorath's immortal servants can kindle the altars, and I am at my Lord's command, but I only hold Despair for the moment. The Ariels hold Rapture and are massing to attack us, but never fear, they are no match for us. Once their main force is destroyed, with your help, we can easily take Rapture from the few survivors. Then I will gladly kindle the flame for you. Only the immortal servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars of despair and rapture, which in turn feed the holy flame of Agnon. Once the Ariels are routed from the altar of rapture, I will be most pleased to command my soldiers to light the flame for Sheogorath's glory. For Sheogorath's glory. How may I serve? Hail. Sheogorath. Hail. The altar of rapture will be ours. Sheogorath, blessings upon you. What for Sheogorath's lord.
My soul for Sheogorath. My scout. I knew it. You should tell Kanna what you saw. Maybe you can convince her to change her attack plan. For Sheogorath's good.
Greetings, emissary. We await your command. Are you ready to help us destroy the Mazkin and take control of the Altar of Despair? Are all males so obstinate? Have I not already told you that I consider that route too risky? What makes you think you can persuade me when my own lieutenant cannot? You've seen this with your own eyes? I must be sure it isn't a trap if I'm to take such a risk. Myrrel was very convincing as well. Very well, we'll risk it. The Underdeep it is. May Sheogorath's divine madness possess us today. Down with the Mazkin! Kill!
Mazkin!
For the Mazkin! Kneel before the saints! Kneel before the saints! Kneel before the saints! For the Mad God! For the Mad God! For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath! Kneel before the saints! My soul for Sheogorath. For Sheogorath! Oriole! For the Mad God! For Sheogorath!
Oriole!
Aton Oriole! For the Mad God! Kneel before the saints! For Sheogorath! Aton Oriole! For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath! Victory is ours. I have already selected a candidate for the honor of kindling the altar of rapture. I will now claim the honor of victory for myself, here on the altar of despair. Not at all. It was an honor to carry out such an agreeable duty at the personal command of Lord Sheogorath's personal emissary. Now, it is my even greater honor to die in my lord's service. Farewell.
Thanks to you, the Mazkin have been utterly defeated. For
My soul for Sheogorath. For Sheogorath's glory. Speak quickly, mortal. Speak quickly, mortal. Speak quickly. Go.
You've brought it! The holy flame of Agnon, the fire of inspiration and rapture! If you light the great torch on the mania side of the Sacellum, you will be a hero to the people of Bliss, I assure you. Do not think about it. Dream about it. Let your mind soar on flights of fancy. I know you will choose well in the end.
Ah, you burn with the purging fire of Agnon, the flame of truth, the flickering beacon of hope in the gloom of despond. Come, light the great torch for dementia. Illuminate the conspiracies, deepen the shadows. The people of Crucible await their hero. Oh no, you don't want to do that. Don't believe their lies. They are no true friends. Don't you see it? How they whisper behind your back. No, light the torch for dementia, and you'll see how we treat our friends. Dementia takes care of its own. Few know that the hero who lights the torch for dementia is granted the raiment of intrigue, a boon for those who would access hidden knowledge. Surely you will do what is right, won't you? Yes, let your mind worry at the problem. Let fear and dismay over making the wrong choice sink their talons deep into your brain.
Hi.
Only the demented can truly appreciate the hunger.
It is a glorious Daedra, worthy of the mad god. See you. So, you've decided to light the torch for Mania? I knew I saw the glint of true mania in your eyes, my child. Go now, and let the holy flame inspire the people of Bliss to new heights of madness. The great torch shines with the pure light of mania. You chose well. In accordance with the ancient tradition, receive now the raiment of Arden Sul in honor of your mighty deed in service to mania. For me? Thank. Tread. The humble path and find enlightenment.
I'm disappointed in your choice. You'll find mania to be a fickle friend. For me, Sickly Bernice's isn't a bad place. Just make sure to wash your hands. Pleasure and pain be with you. Aren't you off to a good start? That's important. For me. Really, your work is going to save me a lot of time. The Grey March is upon us, and the ordering begins. Armies of order, sweep my realm! Death! Destruction! Then I have to pick up the pieces. And there are always lots of pieces. I don't like it, having to rebuild my realm every era. Sometimes I forget where things go, like New Sheoth. I can never remember where it belongs. You'll change that. Break the cycle. You'll stop Jiggalag, and I'll have my realm to come back to. I've never actually tried that before. Why not? Something has to work. Once I dug a pit and filled it with clouds. Or was it clowns? It doesn't matter, it didn't slow him down. To be honest, it wasn't the best idea. And it really began to smell. Must have been clowns. Clouds don't smell bad. They taste of butter. And tears. But this is all new. A fresh idea. Something I hadn't thought of. Until I did. It's sure to work, even though it might not. Now, you'll need the respect of my citizens. They'll need a leader, someone to look up to when I'm gone. They're the backbone of any great land. Except where the backbone is an actual backbone. Ever been to Malakoth's realm? Oh, nasty stuff. But back to the business at hand. You'll need to control one of the Courts of Madness. Replace a current Duke, or Duchess, whichever. That will command respect. The people will rally around you. You'll have their love, their admiration, their complaints, whatever, as long as it keeps them on our side. No. No. Absolutely not. Well, yes, absolutely. Bit of a shame for them. But sometimes you need to break a few eggs. Or skulls. There are rules, though, even in the Isles. Rituals and rules. You need to follow them. Speak to Arctis and Dervenin, the High Priest at the Seselim Arden Sul. They can explain what needs to be done. And you've always got our man Haskell to call on for help. Faithful, like a good hound, that one. And he looks better in a suit. It's already started, but you might be able to stop it. We're making you into a leader the people can trust. Someone to look up to. Someone to blame. Once I'm gone, things usually get bad quickly. Lots of defections, lots of carnage, but with you at the helm, things will be different. This time, I'll beat him. I can't stand losing, and I don't mind cheating. Ta, come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes.
200 gold? I don't think so. Not from me.